Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to another video. This is Fishing Vlog number 166. Now I'm going to start off today's video with this female OB zebra who is, well, very, very pregnant. She has a huge mouthful. Actually, this mouthful is a lot smaller than it was yesterday. Now, I had thought, because, she's relatively skinny and like her mouth was just bulging, like beyond belief, that I thought maybe she was just one of those females that just holds too long, and the fish, the little fry, were fully developed, and she's just not letting them out because we're getting eaten and all that sort of stuff. But this morning, she had spit them all out. Her mouth was empty, and they still had quite large yolk sacs. And I thought, well, obviously she just laid way more eggs than are comfortable in her mouth. And, well, I fed her, and she ate lots. And she was swimming fine. As you can see, she's a little bit in the way of having difficulty swimming now, but it's mostly, I think, because her mouth is just so full. Now, it's not as full as it was, so I'm not sure if she ate some of them or they're just somewhere where they can't be filmed at the moment. So I gotta keep an eye on her, see what happens. I don't like stripping them, but I may end up doing that in her case because, well, she's just, like I said, not doing very well. Well, like I said, you never know with these things. Alright, this tank was where I put that pair of guppies, and they had a whole pile of fry. And as you can see, the fry now are quite developed. I need to go through this. I need to sort out, if any of them are worth keeping or genetic reasons or whatever, and I need to, cull the rest and put them in somewhere if they're not worth continuing that line. This is the first batch of OB zebras. If you remember, a little over a month ago, I had some trouble with that filter. I've been keeping an eye on it because I wanted to see, is it necessary to take that plastic plate you see in the bottom out of there and switch it over for the acrylic plates I've been using ever since that style was made. And I like to give it a chance. So we'll see. Relatively soon I'll do something about that. That is a male garden variety killifish. It's in here with the zebras. The only reason it can get in there, or the only way it could get in there, is it jumped from the top tank, way up here, out of that tank, through that little hole you see at the top left, and somehow managed to wiggle its way down the glass and plop into the tank below. I mean, that's some pretty impressive acrobatics, I tell you, because like I said, that's the only way that fish could get where it is. And anyway, it's just something of note, really, more than anything else. These fry are doing really well. They're getting quite big. They're developing, they're eating, and the male you see off to the left there, I thought was sitting on eggs again. But he's not, obviously, because he's out of his little cave, and I'm not sure what he was up to in there. He was in there for quite some time, like a week or two. But anyway, he's fine, so it doesn't really matter. As you can see, these guys have bellies. They're feeding on, just Plucko wafers and fish food. I was feeding some baby brine originally. I don't know if they even eat it, but I suspect once the brine shrimp stop doing their swimming and just lay near the bottom, that they could get them. So anyway, I don't bother now, of course, because they're just way too big. So there you go. I think it will set up at least one or maybe two more colonies, and they're just so useful to have, so you can never have enough Pluckos. There you go. That's the bottom row here, and it's all doing really quite well, so I'm very happy with it. These are the second batch of OB zebra fry. Remember I told you originally they were, very skittish because Mom, who was very hungry, I suspect at the time, was chasing them around possibly as a snack, and they were like very, very timid. And of course she wasn't, caring for them, but now they're getting over it, so they're much more relaxed, as you can see. These guys are doing fine as well. I haven't got rid of them yet. I have nowhere for them to go. I have possibly one or two tanks where they're going to be okay in. They're not what I would call display fish, because in a community tank they just don't show well. I've tried several times now, and they just the tank looks mostly empty, so I have to do something else with them. So the spirulina powder has come in, and I've been feeding these guys on that. As you can see, the colony is doing very well. I haven't done anything else with it at the moment. I'm going to let it run a little longer, and then I am going to stir this up like quite a bit so that it's very homogeneous, and then I'm going to divide it between it and another jar. This jar down here, I put a squirt or two of Daphne in there, and well, it's not taking off yet, or may not. Maybe it just doesn't have that critical mass it requires to do well. I'm going to wait and see if what I'm going to do. If it doesn't take off, I'm going to split that other colony and hopefully get two of them. And that aquarium back there, that is my, well, what I'm going to show you guys as a filterless tank. Right now it's just getting acclimated and getting all set up and ready for that. So one big change is I took the pair of goldfish I had. They went to a client's. It's a daycare. The kids are going to love them. They're big, they're colorful, they're wonderful fish. I'll be taking care of them, so I know they'll be all right. Because I want to drain this tank down and fix that crack, and then I'm going to use that tank obviously for raising fish because it's a great size, and it's, you know, it's more practical than keeping a pair of fish that I have no intention of breeding anymore. So they can stay over where they are, and like I said, kids will be all happy about that. And like I said, these two tanks are doing really well. There's actually some interesting guppies in that left-hand tank that I kind of like. So I'm going to keep an eye on them. Maybe they're going to be something I can do with those. And as you can see, there are fewer zebras in here now and fewer guppies. I need, obviously, to keep putting fish out into clients' tanks, and that's where some of them went. As you can see, if most of these are going to be culls. There are some few interesting guppies in here, but most of those are just going to be for clients' tanks. And grows well. It needs to be pruned. Yeah, I'm a bit behind in my work. Been very busy in my real work, and haven't really got too much time in the fish room the last couple of weeks because of that. But everything's doing well. I mean, the nice thing about these styles of setups, it does take time for them to, you know, require maintenance. That's nice. I like that. Of course, I do want to keep them up because, well, in this particular case, I have some now doing really well red crystal shrimp, and I would like to keep that going. This filter here it's inadequate. That's all there is to it. I need to put a real filter on this, which means I need to build some box filters. So that design change that I want to do is going to happen, and one of them is going to go in here. And well, anyway, that's the plan, so we'll see how that all turns out. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry I've been a little bit remiss in my videos. I'm going to try and get a little bit better at that. So leave comments, let me know what you think about all this, and I'll see you in the next video, and bye for now.